I'm tired, bro. I'm tired of making these videos. I'm tired of just saying the same thing over and over. But it's the stuff the high media is saying is driving me literally insane to where we have to talk about this, bro. So I came across this clip from Jason Whitlock's podcast, and he said something that, in my opinion, it just rubbed me the wrong way. Because I feel like even Caitlin Clark herself wouldn't say what he said on his podcast today. As Stephen A. Smith would say, the blasphemy that came out of this man's mouth on this Wednesday. First, he disrespected Dawn Staley by saying this.
You get Gino Auriemma to be the commissioner.
So realistically, the whole point of his podcast with Caitlin Clark that he talked about for an hour, which we're not going to watch the whole thing. We're not doing that. The whole point of this episode was Caitlin Clark should start her own league. This man that went so in depth and detail that he even came up with cities that this Caitlin Clark league should start in. Bro, honestly, like, Caitlin Clark is drinking tea and playing golf. She's enjoying her off time away from basketball right now. So why are people trying to start a rivalry with the WNBA? Why? Anyway, listen to this real quick, and then we're going to get into the reason why we're making this video.
Look, you get Gino Auriemma to be the commissioner of the XX League.
The XX League.
Got connections with all those UConn basketball players that are in the WNBA. He's going to be the pull. So when you go to Money Whip, Brianna Stewart, Paige Beckers, these are his players. Several other ones is Alyssa Thomas. Is she a UConn player? I can't remember. But several of these top WNBA players are.
He also went on to say that if the highest profile players in the league would join this XXL or XX league, they would join the league also. So, like, say for example, the Asia Wilsons, the Stewarts, the Anescus, those type of players, if they join this XX league, then everybody else will follow. But my question is, why would they do that if they're bullying Caitlin Clark all season? I thought this whole season was to attack Caitlin Clark by any means necessary. So why would they join her league?
Former UConn players. He's the most respected person.
I thought these players hated Caitlin Clark, so why would they join her league?
WNBA in women's basketball. I know he's not liked by everybody because he's got a bit of an attitude, but you got to respect the guy. You make him the commissioner of the XX League. And then here's the carrot on top.
Wait, hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Because he said something about Dawn Staley that was kind of unnecessary.
Be the commissioner, Coach K, because she's black.
Okay, look.
Who, again, never admitted publicly, but, he's the gold standard in women's basketball as it relates to coaching. And he's watching Dawn Staley get treated like she's the gold standard in women's basketball.
I will say Gino, he's kind of like Coach K of women's basketball, but at the same time, Dawn Staley, she's only lost 5 games in 2 seasons. She just went undefeated last season. Then the season before that only lost 5 games. Even though one came in the hand of Caitlin Clark in the Final Four. But don't discredit Dawn Staley like she's not out here getting the best recruits in the nation. That's a blue blood school. For those that don't know what blue blood means in sports, it's kind of like the high profile schools. Like the Dukes, Kentucky's, or like for football, the I don't know, the Ohio States, the Georgias, the Alabamas, the higher profile schools. South Carolina is a blue blood for women's basketball.
And I don't care.
I don't care what nobody say. You can try to argue that if you want to. Look how many players came out of either UConn or South Carolina, coached by Dawn Staley.
He says publicly that bothers him. And I don't care what he says publicly that bothers him.
How would you know that?
He's a far better coach than Dawn Staley. He's far more accomplished than Dawn Staley. But she's on every commercial across from Coach K because she's black.
So she's getting all this praise because she's black and not because she's a good coach. All right. And this is coming from a black man himself.
She's gay, or I don't know. I think she's gay. Looks gay.
That ain't got nothing to do with coaching, but
comes across the gate sheet.
I guess.
Running around calling Dolores, or some dude named Mike Dolores. Look, you get Gino Aria.
Anyway, that's that. But this right here is the reason why we're making this video. Listen closely to what he says, and let's see if it makes sense.
TV right now. She's bigger than any of the men. Everything is flipped. Go to the women's.
I want to make sure I get complete context of what he's saying.
Who's the most dominant? Who's won 8, 9 gold medals in a row? Who basically has no competition? The U.S. women's basketball team. Everything is flipped. If you want to sell tickets, you want to sell TV ratings, it's the all-American experience. That's why Caitlin Clark is the biggest star in American TV right now. She's bigger than any of the men. She's bigger than LeBron James. She's bigger than Steph Curry. I'm talking about right now.
And the reason why I say no is because you got to understand what kind of history LeBron is making. Steph Curry, I mean, it's another season for Steph Curry. I mean, the Warriors, they might be fried unless they make some trades. But y'all got to understand what would happen to the internet if LeBron James, with this LA Lakers team, makes the final. I don't see them making the final this year at all. But if they make the finals and Bronny is on this team, do you know what's going to happen to this GOAT debate? That GOAT debate will literally be put to rest. Because there is no father-son NBA duo ever. And he was the first one to win with his son. And I said it myself, I don't think Bronny ready for the league. I thought he would have did another year to make sure that he's ready. But you know, it's part of the Lee script, to make sure his son in the NBA as fast as possible. But we're not gonna act like what LeBron is doing with his son Bronny. That's legendary. And y'all know how I feel about LeBron. It's just his movement and tendencies are just off to me. When he said, I have nothing left to prove in the NBA, that rubbed me the wrong way. Just like when he said, it's just basketball. But this season, if he wins a championship this season, just out of hurrah, yeah, that's.
And if she were ever marketed properly,
Caitlin Clark has a, I believe, $28 million Nike deal. She has a deal with Gatorade. I see the commercials all the time when the games are on. How is she not marketed? The WNBA in itself needs to be marketed correctly, not Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark has her grandkids set. So we're not bringing her into this. The league in itself needs to be marketed correctly, not her. She got a $28 million Nike deal. What does she need? What more marketing does she need? She gets all these people, all this attention to the games, and now all of a sudden nobody's watching the games because she's not playing. As I said before, and I'll say it again, it's like she's brain rot to these people. These, I guess they're not fans, so I guess they're spawners, whoever they are. What more marketing does Caitlin Clark need? She has the attention since her junior year of college.
Bigger than any of the men. She's bigger than LeBron James. She's bigger than Steph Curry. I'm talking about right now. And if she were ever marketed properly, again, take Nike. They're trying to make A'ja Wilson what Caitlin Clark actually is. If the right people get in business with Caitlin Clark, she's Michael Jackson. She's Thriller.
That statement right there is the reason why we're making this video. Listen to what he just said.
Clark actually is.
He said Nike is making A'ja Wilson what Caitlin Clark is.
Marketed properly. Again, take Nike. They're trying to make A'ja Wilson what Caitlin Clark actually is.
And if Caitlin Clark is in business with the right people, she is Michael Jackson. She's Thriller.
If the right people get in business with Caitlin Clark, she's Michael Jackson. She's Thriller.
This is why I'm tired of making these videos, man. It's just like, see, this is why people don't like Caitlin Clark. It's not Caitlin Clark. It's people like this, the higher end media that says stuff like what he just said. And people is going to run with that and say it's facts. And when I say this in the most respectful way. Because what Caitlin Clark has done for women's basketball and Angel Reese, what both of them have done, but we're going to use this as Caitlin Clark for right now. But for what Caitlin Clark has done for women's basketball, it's amazing. And again, for her to break not just women's scoring record, but the all-time record in scoring, that's amazing. To me, in my opinion, I would compare that. Because y'all got to understand, these records can be broken at any point in time. Any point in time, these records can be broken. So honestly, to me, I would compare it to like a Grammy, winning a Grammy as an artist. Like, that's something a lot of people can say that that they've never done. Not a lot of artists can say that they won a Grammy. Just like a lot of players can't say that they've broken records in college. Especially scoring records at a Division I level. Not a lot of athletes can say that they've broken records at a Division I level. Just like a lot of artists can say that they never won a Grammy. But we're not comparing Caitlin Clark to who I call a majestic, mythical creature of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson can be compared to a seahorse. A majestic, mythical creature like a seahorse. Michael Jackson created his own dance. Moonwalking. What has Caitlin Clark done that is comparable to moonwalking? Outside of breaking the scoring record. Because I know that's what people are going to bring up. Oh, will she bring attention to the league in scoring records? Since we comparing Caitlin Clark to Thriller Michael Jackson or Michael Jackson in general, let's go to his page. This is Michael Jackson's YouTube page. 31.2 million subscribers and 18 videos. Only has 18 videos, but has 31.2 million subscribers. Right? And 18 videos. Okay. Let's talk about it, right? Let's go to Michael Jackson's most popular videos. Michael Jackson's Billie Jean has 1.6 billion views. Michael Jackson, they don't care about us. 1.1 billion. Beat It. 1.1 billion. Michael Jackson's Thriller. 1 billion. Smooth Criminal. 992 million. Remember the Time. 573 million. 484 million. Twice. Bro, Michael Jackson at 10 years old, when he was 10, 12 years old in the Jackson 5, and I say this again with all respect to Caitlin Clark, because I don't even think Caitlin Clark would say this herself, that she's comparable to Michael Jackson. Bro, Caitlin Clark, I mean, Michael Jackson at 10, 12 years old is more popular than Caitlin Clark. What are we doing? Why are we comparing Caitlin Clark? Just let her play her game. Let her play ball, because she can hoop. I will say that she's very entertaining to watch. She is brain rot, but we're not comparing Michael Jackson to, again, a majestic, mythical creature that can speak English as in Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson sprinted, full sprinted, Usain Bolt sprinted. So these new age artists, like, not even new age artists, like Usher and Chris Brown, all these other dancer, singer, artists can walk. And it all generates from Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson stood there for 10 minutes in a Super Bowl environment. Just stood there. Matter of fact, let's pull it up. Michael Jackson stood there. He just stood there. Is this it? Oh, you're copyright fine. This man stood in one pose, dude. Look at this. This is some of y'all grandmamas running on the field. This is some of y'all great grandmothers running on the field right now. He's just standing there. Look at this. This man ain't even move. Look at these people. Just smooth though, like, look at this. Look at your great grandmothers losing their absolute mind. Look at him. He's just a mythical, majestic creature that spoke English. And again, I said this before, the Clarkies, they will always be around. But we're not comparing. Look at this, bro. Like, what are we doing? Michael Jackson is making people faint. Fans faint by only seeing Michael Jackson's presence. That's aura. Look at this. This somebody great grandmother fainting at a concert. He's just standing there. Look at this. What game has Caitlin Clark played into where people are doing this? They just standing there. They in here crying. Look at this. They're just smooth though. Can't nobody in this era take their glasses off this smooth though. Look at this. What are we doing, bro? Come on. She got to get escorted because she done lost her absolute mind. Look at that. Man, come on. Oh, yeah, I don't know what that's about. But anyways, yeah, man, we're not comparing the two, bro. And even just regular videos. But why don't you pull up my most recent? All right, you can do that. Because again, they what's the latest vids? 11 million, 3 million. It's probably some old tracks. 654,000. Yeah, these just some old tracks. 2 million, 4.4 million. Like, come on, bro. We're not comparing them, bro. Them is two different fruits that we comparing.
We will show up and watch. As great as her rookie season was this year, and it was great. It was fun to watch. But she didn't knock down logo threes the way, or just three-pointers in general, the way she can. She was exciting. She was fun. It's a great story. But she can play even better.
Yeah, she will get better. I agree that she will get better. But y'all can't keep babying her and saying this league is bullying her and saying that all that, this, that, and this. Like, it's ridiculous. It's welcome to the league.
Her ceiling is so much higher than what she showed as a television draw and as a on-court performer. You grab up a handful of these other women that I've named, and trust me, all the other women are going to follow.
Again, like I said earlier, I thought these players didn't like Caitlin Clark. So why would they go play in the XX League from Caitlin Clark?
Money whip ahead. I'm telling you, it's Caitlin.
Now, the reason why he got Elon up here is because he tried to use, X now, as a rival to YouTube.
Clark is Juju Watkins. It's Angel Reese. Those are the three most important. Then I'd want Paige Becker and Brianna Stewart. I would love to get Asia Wilson, but I think she's so far in that cult that, money may not move her.
Yeah, we off here, bro. At that point, it's nothing else to talk about. Anyways, I just wanted to get on here and rant about that real quick because this is obvious rage bait, but there's just certain things that we have to talk about because there's no way he said Caitlin Clark is equivalent to Michael Jackson. It's impossible. At least at this point, it's not even comparable. And again, I don't even think Caitlin Clark herself would compare herself to Michael Jackson. Taylor Swift, I give her Taylor Swift because I've been saying this since March. Her fan base will follow her anywhere. If Taylor Swift can have the Swifties, Caitlin Clark has the Clarkies. I've been saying this since March. But we're not comparing Caitlin Clark to Michael Jackson. I can't do it, bro. I can't compare the two. It's impossible. I don't know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna one more time to make sure you heard what he said. Just to make sure y'all heard what he said. Let's just play it one more time.
That I've named and truck
Keep going.
or just 3 points. If the right people get in business with Caitlin Clark, she's Michael Jackson. She's Thriller.
You're off here, bro. Y'all can say Caitlin Clark threes, but that's not equivalent to moonwalking, bro. Go look up the light-skinned dude that wears number 30 for the Wolves. He's the reason why players are shooting threes like this today. So that's not original. You know what I mean? But anyways, you know what I mean by the light-skinned dude on the Warriors, bro. We don't gotta talk about that. Just know he's inspirational. Anyways, we gonna get off of this, bro. You guys let me know down below in the comments. Do you feel like Caitlin Clark is equivalent to Michael Jackson? Or do you feel like what Jason Whitlock said is absolute ridiculous and blasphemous? And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video, man. Before I get out of here, I just want to say one last thing. And then I'm off the topic. Jason Whitlock, you should be reffing Caitlin Clark games. I feel like if you're this passionate about Caitlin Clark, you should ref her games next season. And we all know how that's going to turn out. You showed this before, and we will continue to show this till y'all understand it.
Everybody, keep an eye on your wallet. Look here, old.
Just know that this is Kennedy Carter, Dejanay Carrington, Angel Reese, Sky Higgins, Victoria Vivians, Ezzie McBeggar, all the sisters that are just completely Asia Wilson, all these black women that are just hysterically attacking, maliciously attacking Caitlin Clark. You know, this is Jason Whitlock, and this is all the players I just named.
Yeah, old dog. Only stealing and shooting I want to see is of this here b-ball. You little future ex-con. Game
Might as
on!
well, too.
White man made you look like a fool. Ain't no surprise to me. All the greatest basketball players have always been white. Still are. Larry Bird, Dirt Nowitzki. Oh, sure, he ugly as hell on the face, but he is white as right.
So you telling me he don't give you that kind of vibe, though? Like, come on now.
Look
Now, you know he really want to say this for real.
at the
This had me cracking up so hard the other day.
white girl is a foul. Speak on
This
the
is
face, but he
hilarious.
white as right. Looking at the white girl is a foul. Speaking to the white girl is a technical foul. And touching the white girl, now that's a lynching.
You know he want to say that so bad. He said, looking at the white girl, that's some lynching.
Technical foul. And looking at the white girl is a foul. Speaking to the white girl is a technical foul. And touching the white girl, now that's a lynching. Game on! Foul, foul! Keep your hands off that white girl. Foul!
Come on, man, that's some old bullshit.
That's a technical foul!
No, I'm telling you, Jason Whitlock, go ahead and ref these games next year. I know there's going to be you on the court.
Foul, foul! Keep lynching.
There's going to be Jason Whitlock on the court.
Foul, foul! Keep your hands off that white girl.
That's a little okay, looks like.
Foul!
Come on, man, that's some old bullshit.
That's a technical foul!
Anyways, I'm about to get out of here, bro. I'm going to see you guys in the next video, man.